Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crafting. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lori and welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm starting my fall series off with my favorite 10 fall DIYs from 2022, counting down from 10 to number 1. I will be sharing my new fall DIY videos starting next week. So stay tuned for all new fall DIYs. So grab your coffee or your favorite drink and let's start. For this DIY, I have a wooden 3D pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the hanger and the bow. I'll stain the bottom part of the pumpkin and the stem with the antique wax from Waverly. I have a piece of crafting paper that looks like rustic blue wood that I had on hand. I'll place it over the 3D pieces and I'll use my finger to indent the shape onto the paper and then I'll cut it out. I'll brush Mod Podge on top of the pumpkin pieces and then place the crafting paper on top. I'll use my sanding block and knife to remove any excess paper from the pumpkin, and this will give it a really nice, smoother edge. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lori and welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment to consider and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified when I upload any new videos. And you definitely don't want to miss out on my fall series. And if you can give me thumbs up by clicking the like button, this really helps my channel to continue to grow and be recognized. And leave me a comment down below on which DIY you like the most or just to say hello. I have some natural wood beads from Amazon. I think they are 14 millimeter in size. I'll glue the beads around the 3D pieces on the stain part. It took a while to glue all the beads on, but the result at the end was exactly how I imagined it would be. I have a package of the faux leather words from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the word grateful and glue it on the beads in the center of the pumpkin. I'll take some twine and wrap it around the stem of the pumpkin and then make a hanger. And to finish this DIY, I'll make a simple bow by wrapping some twine several times around my hand. I'll wrap a piece of twine in the center and tie it tightly. I'll glue the twine bow on the stem of the pumpkin. This grateful pumpkin did take a while to make, but it was also very easy to do. I love how this rustic pumpkin turned out, and I am so grateful I got to share it with you. For this DIY, I have a wood pallet pumpkin and blue vinyl paper from the Dollar Tree. I'll use my knife to cut out the shape of the pumpkin on the vinyl. I'll remove the back of the vinyl and place it on the pumpkin. I'll take a sanding block and sand the excess vinyl off of the pumpkin. I'll use my knife to remove the vinyl in between the wood slots. I'll paint the stem off the pumpkin with the antique wax from Waverly. I have a metal Happy Fall pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree. I love the colors on this sign. I'll remove the hanger and paint the stem and around the edges of the pumpkin with the antique wax from Waverly. I'll brush some antique wax along the edges of the wood pumpkin to give it a rustic look. I'll glue 2 tumbling blocks from the Dollar Tree on the pumpkin. I'll put some E6000 on top of the tumbling blocks along with some hot glue. This will secure the metal pumpkin when I place it on top. I'll take some natural color raffia and make a simple bow. I'll glue the bow on the blue pumpkin just above the metal pumpkin. And to finish this DIY, I'll take the long pieces of raffia and place them in behind the metal pumpkin. This fall pumpkin turned out adorable. I love the simple rustic look it has. It was easy to make and the colors complement each other perfectly. This definitely goes on my favorite list of pumpkin DIYs. I have a whitewash pallet plank from Walmart and some window clings from the Dollar Tree. I'll place a Hello Autumn in the center of the wood piece and 2 pumpkins in the top corner. I'll brush some Mod Podge under the pumpkins and put the window cling back on the wood. And I'll do the same for the Hello Autumn window cling. And to finish this DIY, I'll make a messy jute twine bow. I'll wrap the twine several times around my hand. I'll tie it in the middle and then I'll cut the end loops. I'll glue it in the corner above the pumpkins and I'll add a button. This Hello Autumn sign was so easy and quick to make. It has a beautiful farmhouse rustic look that will be perfect for any wall or door this fall. For this DIY, I have a wooden 3D pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I'm not quite sure what the name of this type of pumpkin is, but I think it looks more like a 3D. I'll remove the bow from the top and any leftover glue from the pumpkin. I'll paint the inside part off the pumpkin with the pumpkin chalk paint from Waverly. I'll take the antique wax from Waverly and blend it in with the pumpkin chalk paint on the pumpkin. I'm hoping the color is going to turn out like an actual pumpkin pie color, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll add a little more of the pumpkin chalk paint to the pumpkin and paint the stem with the antique wax. I have a plain wooden pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and a piece of crafting paper from Hobby Lobby. I love this rustic fall design. I just wish I had bought more. I'll trace half of the pumpkin onto the paper. I'll cut it out and use my glue stick to glue the paper to the pumpkin. My husband and I traveled from New Brunswick, Canada to Bangor, Maine over the weekend. It's about a 3 to 4 hour drive and the first time I've been there in so many years. And it gave me a really good chance to get some new supplies from the Dollar Tree and the Family Dollar Store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, the Christmas Tree Store, and a few more. It was a great weekend. I got lots of great deals and I had so much fun shopping and was able to get some supplies that I absolutely cannot get where I live. So it was well worth it. I'm going to use my knife and sanding block to remove any extra pieces of paper that's left on the edge. I have some nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to wrap it around the stem of the pumpkin. I'll put some glue here and there to make sure it stays in place.
What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
I have another piece of fall crafting paper from Hobby Lobby. Now, I truly wish I had bought more of this one. It's so pretty, and I love the Farmhouse rustic look of it. And I only bought one. Can you imagine? So many regrets, but I'm grateful to have that one. I'll put the paper on top of the pumpkin, and I'm going to use my finger and rub it along the edge of the 3 little pieces that are raised up, if that makes sense. I'll use my glue stick to glue the 3 pieces to the 3D pumpkin.
Dreaming of you, I'm dreaming of you. What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone?
I'll use my knife to trim off the excess paper and use a very thin piece of sanding paper to sand around the edges for a cleaner look.
Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
I'll glue the 3D pumpkin to the larger pumpkin on the side where there's no crafting paper.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
I have 2 wood pallets from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue them together.
Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy.
I'll glue 2 tumbling blocks on the back where the pallets join together, so it's a little more stable. And I'll glue 1 on each end to keep the pallets level. I want the wood pallets to have a finished look. I'm going to take some tumbling blocks, glue them together side by side on the front of the pallets.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
I'll paint the pallets with a mixture of the antique wax and pumpkin chalk paint from Waverly. Then I'll wipe off any excess.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
I'll place the pumpkins in the middle pallet slot. I'll take a piece of jute and make a simple bow to glue on the pumpkin stem.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
I wanted the pumpkins to be more stable on the pallets. I glued 3 tumbling blocks on the back, and this made a big difference. I'll glue some moss on the end of the pallet. I have a bag of wood pumpkins from Hobby Lobby and a bag of smaller pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint them with the pumpkin chalk paint and the antique wax mixture, wiping off any excess. I'll glue the pumpkins on top of the moss. And to finish this DIY, I have a package of Harvest DIY words from the Dollar Tree. I picked Hello Fall and glued it on the pallet in front of the moss and mini pumpkins. I love this Hello Fall pumpkin stand. It has a beautiful rustic farmhouse charm, and the colors are so warm and cozy for fall. I can't wait to display this beauty on my shelf. This DIY was one of my favorites. It really brought a big smile to my face.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive.
For this DIY, I have a metal bottle cap from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the hanger and I'll paint it with the Home Decor white chalk paint. I'll give it 2 coats of paint. I'll use the chip brush from the Dollar Tree to distress the cap with the antique wax from Waverly. I have a package of fall rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut out the Hello Autumn, some leaves, and the bird. I'll place the transfers on the cap. I couldn't find my scrapers, so I had to use a little tumbling block to rub the transfers on, and it worked just fine. I have a package of round wood beads from the Dollar Tree. I'll string 8 on a piece of twine to make a hanger. And to finish this DIY, I'll make a simple dupe bow and I'll glue it at the top of the cap in the center. This Hello bottle cap hanger is gorgeous, and I love the rustic farmhouse look to this easy to make decor piece. The fall colors are beautiful and will complement my kitchen when I hang it above my sink. For this DIY, I have a package of bamboo rings from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use a larger one and stain it with the early American stain from Minwax.
You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. 'Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know.
I have a metal leaf from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the hanger and the bow. I'll take a piece of jute twine and I'll use it to tie the leaf to the ring. I'll add a drop of glue at the top so it doesn't slide around the ring. I have to agree with this sign. Fall is my favorite color, and definitely is. I'll take some eucalyptus greenery pieces from Walmart and add them to the top of the ring. I'll use some brown floral wire and wrap it around the ring and the greenery to keep it in place. I'll do the same on the other side of the ring.
Before the sun goes down, I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
I have a package of fall floral flowers from Michaels. These have wires on the back. I'll add 2 flowers and twist the wire to keep them in place at the top of the ring in the center.
Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just...
And to finish this DIY, I'll re-glue the bow on the leaf.
Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find them.
This little fall hanging turned out so adorable. It has a high-end look that can be displayed anywhere in your home. I love how this turned out. It's one of my favorites.
What's your story? What's your sign?
For this DIY, I have a wooden pumpkin and a wall tile from the Dollar Tree. I'll place the pumpkin on the back of the tile and use my knife to cut around the pumpkin.
Find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light.
I'll use my small scissors to cut off any small pieces, then use a sanding block to smooth out the edges. I'll paint the pumpkin tile with the Home Decor white chalk paint.
Maybe I'm just too weak. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now
I'll dry brush the pumpkin tile with the antique wax from Waverly using a chip brush from the Dollar Tree.
I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light?
I have a frame with a sign that was given to me to recreate. Thank you, Mom. I'm going to paint the sign with the Home Decor white chalk paint.
Find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light?
And I did give it a second coat of paint. I'll paint the frame with the color moss chalk paint from Waverly, and I'll give it 2 coats of paint.
We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light.
When it dries, I'm going to distress the white part with the antique wax from Waverly with a chip brush.
Know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you
Then I'll dry brush the antique wax on the frame.
You're gone now. Will you coming back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination.
I'll glue the pumpkin tile to the frame.
I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope
I'll glue a dark green burlap leaf under the pumpkin stem. I'll take some jute twine and wrap it several times around my hand, and then I'll tie it in the center with a piece of jute twine.
You're up in space, you're inside the noise, I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me.
I'll cut the ends on both sides.
All the spaces inside your heart.
I'll take another piece of jute twine and I'll wrap it around the center, and I'll use a little glue just to keep it in place.
I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
I'll glue the bow to the burlap leaf.
I hope I'll be something that you.
And to finish this DIY, I have a mini wooden Happy Fall sign from Hobby Lobby. I'll put a piece of jute through the H, tie it at the top, and glue that piece under the jute bow.
You're gone.
This makeover frame turned out so beautiful. It can be matched up with any kind of decor, and the rustic farmhouse high-end look is so perfect for my kitchen decor this fall. I absolutely love this. I really do. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you would have done something different.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep
I have a 3D wood pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the pumpkin with the blue chalk paint from Waverly. I have a welcome sign from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the hanger from the sign. I thought I would just pull the twine off so I could remove the staples in the back, but instead I ended up breaking my sign. But it can be fixed with some glue. I'll paint the welcome sign with the blue chalk paint from Waverly. I'll use the chip brush from the Dollar Tree and dry brush the antique wax from Waverly around the edges and on top of the pumpkin to give it more of a distressed rustic look. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment to consider and click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I upload any new videos. And if you can give me thumbs up by clicking the like button, this really helps my channel to continue to grow and be recognized. And leave me a comment down below on which DIY you like the most, or just say hello. I have a big wooden pallet board from the dollar store that I had on hand. I originally stained it for a different DIY, but decided to use it for this one. I'm going to glue the welcome sign at the top, and I'll fix the broken piece with some E6000 so it stays as a permanent hold. I'm going to glue a tumbling block on the back of the pumpkin. I'll use E6000 and hot glue to glue the pumpkin to the pallet. I'm going to make a bow with this beautiful pumpkin ribbon from Michaels. I'll cut 2 long pieces and 1 shorter. I'll take the shorter piece and put a little glue on one end. I'll take the other end and bring it up to meet with the glue end to join them together. Hopefully that made sense. I'll do the same with one of the longer pieces. I'm going to assemble the bow. I'll take the longer piece that's glued first, and I'll place the shorter one on top. I'll take the long piece that's left, which is the tail of the bow, and I'll place it underneath the bow part. I'll pinch the ribbon together, and I'll use a zip tie to connect the ribbon in the center to keep it in place. I'll take a small piece of the pumpkin ribbon and I'll wrap it around the center of the bow to cover up the zip tie, and I'll glue it in the back. And to finish this DIY, I'm just going to play around with the ribbon to get the bow into a better shape. I'll fluff up the top, and I'm going to cut the ends on the tail. I'm not a bow maker. I'm just starting to learn how to make a bow, and I'm hoping that as time goes on, my bow making will improve. But not only that, I'll be able to explain what I'm doing much better than I did with this one. So I didn't speed up the video. I wanted you to see every step that I did when I created this bow. And I have to say, it's one of the best bows I've made since I started learning how to make a bow. I haven't been confident in showing you how I make bows. I just been making simple little bows. But I hope that you can understand exactly how I made it, and hopefully on my next video, when I make some more bows, I'll explain it much better. I'm going to glue the bow at the top of the pumpkin. I love how this rustic hello pumpkin palette wall hanging turned out. It was easy and simple to make. The blue is stunning, and it brings out the beauty of this ribbon as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. For this DIY, I have a metal thankful truck from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the truck with the ivory chalk paint from Waverly. When it dries, I'll paint the top part of the truck with the moss chalk paint from Waverly. I'll brush antique wax from Waverly on the bumper of the truck and wipe off the excess. I'll paint the tires with the ink chalk paint from Waverly. I'm going to dry brush some gold metallic paint around the edges and in the creases on the truck. I'll rub off the excess and blend it in. I'll brush some antique wax around the edges and in the creases of the truck, and I'll wipe off the excess to blend it in. I'll continue to blend some black paint, antique wax, and gold metallic together until I have the antique finish I'm looking for. I'm going to make a box for the back of the truck. I'll glue 3 tumbling blocks above the bumper. I have a small piece of wood. I'll glue the wood on top of the tumbling blocks and glue a tumbling block on the ends of the piece of wood, and I'll place one underneath.
Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, "Son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind."
I'll paint the box with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off any excess.
Like it or not, stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
I have a Farm Fresh sign from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint it with the moss chalk paint from Waverly.
I met a young man, searching for glory.
I cut a few pieces of a hula skirt from the Dollar Tree, and I'll place it inside the wooden box as a filler.
Wrote in my story.
I'll start adding different flower picks from Michael's inside the box.
Down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know.
I have some pumpkin leaf picks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the pumpkins and cut them in half.
One way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up,
I'll glue the pumpkins above the box on the flower picks.
you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers.
I have 2 small square-shaped dowels. I'll stain them with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off the excess. I'll glue the dowels to the box to make it look like it's the back of a truck cargo bed. I'll add moss inside the box, then glue the last dowel on. I'll glue the Farm Fresh sign on the dowels. I'll add a little more of the hula skirt behind the flower picks and trim the tops to give it more of a fuller look. And I'll add a couple more pumpkins and Spanish moss to the truck. I have an 8x10 frame from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the glass and the back of the frame. I'm going to paint the frame with the white chalk paint from Waverly. I'll brush some antique wax on top of the white chalk paint. Then I'll use the cloth and rub the antique wax into the white chalk paint, blending it together for a rustic look. I have a package of large crafting sticks. I'll glue them to the back of the frame to make it look like shiplap or barnwood. And I'll glue another layer of the sticks on top to give it more support. I'll paint the sticks with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off the excess. And to finish this DIY, I'll use a combination of E6000 and hot glue on the back of the truck to glue on the frame. I'll place a few clamps on the truck and frame to hold it together until the glue dries. This Farm Fresh truck DIY did take a while to make, but it was so worth the time and effort in creating this. I think it's one of my best truck DIYs so far, and I love the high-end rustic farmhouse look of this. It can be hung on the wall or even sit on the table. For this DIY, I have a wooden truck with pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint the truck with the ivory chalk paint from Waverly. I'll paint the tires with the ink chalk paint from Waverly. I'll paint the wood rails on the back of the truck with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off any excess. I'll paint the pumpkins with the pumpkin chalk paint from Waverly and wipe off any excess to give it a stained look. I'll paint the tire covers with the silver metallic paint and wipe off any excess. I'll use a chip brush from the Dollar Tree and distress the truck around the edges and on top lightly to give it a rustic look. I have the 2022 Farmers Market calendar from the Dollar Tree. I'll cut the mini picture on the back of the calendar for the month of October. I'll brush Mod Podge on the back of the picture and place it on the door of the truck. I'll add another coat of Mod Podge on top to seal it. I'll brush on some antique wax on top of the truck to blend the picture in. I'll glue some Spanish moss under the pumpkins. I have a flat wreath ring from the dollar store. I'm going to paint it with the white chalk paint from Waverly. I have a bundle of sunflowers from Michael's. I'll remove the flower heads from the stem and cut the small piece off on the back of the flowers. I'll put a little glue on the back and place them in the holes on the ring. have some burlap leaves from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to place the leaves under the flowers around the ring. Once I have them where I want them, I'll glue them in place. I have some mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'll glue them in between the flowers. I'll remove the leaves from the flower stems and place them under the flowers, gluing them in place. I'll glue the Rustic pumpkin truck at the bottom of the ring. And to finish this DIY, I'll glue some reindeer moss and Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree under the truck on the ring. This pumpkin truck wreath was a lot of work, but it was also easy and simple to make. It has a beautiful high-end rustic farmhouse look that I truly love. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on these 3 different pumpkin ideas for fall. I hope you've been inspired today with some new ideas for your fall decor this year. I want to say thank you again for spending some time with me, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. So until then, have a beautiful day, and bye for now.